Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly here with D. And man, D, I don't know, mixed emotions right now, man. Absolutely mixed emotions. You're at the game, but first, man, let's break down this game, man. What do you think about this game? What do you think how we looked and how we stepped up through adversity despite what happened in the first quarter?
Just going over the game. Right when I got there, mismatch of defense, they just got toasted. Just the first play of the game. So right off the bat, I was like, "Oh shit, we're already down 7-0," and like the game had just started. So I was like, "All right, this is what I expected. Is what we were saying that this is gonna be a true test." We saw what happened with us with the Chiefs, so this is kind of like us going against a winning team for some redemption. And so right out the start, bad start. Our offense goes on, and you were flowing. I'm like, all right, we got a chance to score. Let's tie it up. Let's make it an announcement that like we're here. The Niners is like, let's go. Let's make a statement. And Jimmy G gets hurt, and then I'm a Jimmy G fan, and so for me right away, I was just like my stomach just sank. But I'm like, you know what? Like there were because to begin with, I think a lot of people weren't freaking out because on the screen it said he was questionable for return. Even when you go on social media, I think like David Lombardi and analysts as such like that, they were saying that if it was a high ankle sprain, he could be out by like the Raiders, so like 4 to 6 weeks. So I was like reading the news. I was like, oh, what's the injury report? And then right off the bat, I later on, like close to like towards the end of the game, that's when I found out he was out for the season. But during the game, I didn't know what was going on. I was just waiting for more news to come out. And so we get the field goal, and then all of a sudden we just started like hanging with them. Brock Purdy, like he didn't do too much. He just had some nice, like easy passes. Dish offs to Christian McCaffrey. I thought he played really well. I love how the rookie played today, Jordan Mason. Mm-hmm. He had a great game today. Yeah. And he had a little chip on his shoulder because we expected a lot out of him with Eli Mitchell's injury. So the fact that he came in and had some huge first downs for us, that was awesome to see. I love that Debo was back in the mix. He also had some huge plays for us. And overall, our offense played, I would probably give it like a B level, but they played overall great. I would like to take back that pick that Brock threw.
It was fourth down. It was a fourth down.
Yeah, it was fourth down. But other than that, I love how the offense played, but our defense, like really what made like this win great. It was that our defense played amazing. Almost like everybody like played like Jimmy Ward, Funga, like everybody, Fred Warner, Kinlaw. And so I like Bosa, like is my guy. Like Bosa, I feel like he changed the whole momentum to the game. And so just the way that the defense played, I like, man, they won us the game.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I thought we played great. The defense, especially we're thinking about what happened with the Chiefs game, man. Mm-hmm. That first drive, that touchdown with 10 seconds, it was already 7-0. I was like, oh man, are we going to go back to the Chiefs, how they destroyed us? But no, man, the defense stepped up. Tua actually missed a lot of passes. Maybe he was nervous because our D-line is amazing. I love Nick Bosa, man. Those 3 sacks. He was a game changer. They were driving down the field, I believe, in the second quarter, trying to score another touchdown, 3rd-and-1 or something like that. Bosa gets the sack, man. So Bosa, he's Defensive Player of the Year, man. The guy's a stud, but they probably won't give it to him because, I don't know, whatever. But they're haters. But, man, we played good. The defense was great. And one guy that I got to mention, man, Eric Armstead. Mm-hmm. I got to give him a credit, man, because he was actually helping Bosa out, man, getting those sacks. A few of them, like, he helped them out. And I won that interception from Jimmy Ward. That was because of Eric Armstead got pressure, man. He got pressure right in his face. Tua got scared, threw it all up for grabs, and Jimmy Ward got the interception. So it's great to see Eric Armstead back. He's looking good. So we're going to definitely need him now that what happened with Jimmy. So defense is going to have to carry us, and they played great, man. Other than that one first play, and then they also got that Tyreek Hill. It seems like on both of those deep passes, it kind of was our safeties. That first one looked like it was Gibson's fault. He took the bad angle, and then Hufanga on that other one, that was his guy. He kind of went in. He kind of bit on the in route, and then the Hill got open for that touchdown. But other than that, man, defense was great. Pressure was coming. Absolutely love it. Offensive line, though, that's one thing a little bit concerning because we were giving up sacks. That one that poor Jimmy got killed on. That was offensive line, and Mike McGlinchey was part of that.
There's like a I screenshot it and sent it to him while I was at the game. It's so Jimmy G drops back 10, and he's getting pressure right away. And when he gets sacked, that's when his like ankle broke. And who is right next to him, just watching him get tackled? Mike McGlinchey.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh,
Yeah.
let me just go on Mike McGlinchey real quick. So I was watching him during I want to say it was around the second quarter when we're making our drive to make it 17-10. There was a play where Mike McGlinchey just like he literally just got tossed to the floor, and I'm like laughing. In like the section we're at, so I was like right behind the field goal, like in the home section, and like the fourth row. So I'm like front row, like watching everything. And Mike McGlinchey just gets pushed down, and I start laughing. And my girl is like, "What's so funny?" And I'm just like, "Hey, you see like 69 right there? Just watch him." Literally. When he's out there in the field, he's like a chicken with his head cut off. He doesn't know like what to do. He doesn't know how to like read to pick up like the defense, like when to like who to like grab,
who to block,
who to block. Once they say hike, I kid you not. Once like the quarterback says hike, he's like a deer in the headlights. And I was like, watch this. So she's watching Mike McGlinchey, and all the defender does this, tosses him, goes right to Brock. And then my girl's like, no way did that just happen. Like, what the heck is wrong with him? He looks tired. It's like the second quarter, and he's like gasping for air.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, he's horrible. Like
at this point, I say put in Colin McKivitz, man, because when he was in there, he actually was pretty solid, for us. Right now, Mike McGlinchey, he looks lost out there, and Jarrett Williams played good, but there was some place he actually gave us some pressure too, so he's got to step it up too. Yeah, Aaron Banks, even him, he's always had a pretty consistent year. I think he had one sack finally.
Yeah.
So we got to get better on the offensive line because Jimmy was getting hit, Brock Purdy was getting hit, but what a job Brock Purdy did. Like those times where he was getting pressured, he was moving out of the pocket, throwing those balls, those big 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. He stepped it up, for a rookie. Mr. Irrelevant, man, he did step it up. So I like what he did out there, but it's rough, man. It's rough what happened. But you got to give it to the Niners, man. There was a big win.
Mm-hmm.
Miami's a hot team, man. They're a really hot team, and what the Niners did at the end, especially at the end where they just dominated and took over, it shows you how great this team actually is, man. This is what we expect in the preseason. We're one of the best teams out there, and the way they look, I'm impressed, man. My hat's off to that defense. And in the offense, too, Guys were scrappy. Brandon Ayuk was out there doing his thing. Deebo Samuel, a few times. One play where they literally had 5 guys around him.
Yeah, he goes in, and then goes underneath them.
Just amazing, man. Just amazing how he was.
And even the analysts were like, that was the best, like, negative yards loss I've ever seen in my life.
It was amazing.
Like, it was almost, like, negative 10 yards, and then he barely, like, makes it, like, 3. It was, like... That was a crazy play.
And Jordan Mason, man, he's a pretty solid player, man. Jordan Mason is getting those cuts, and I love him and McCaffrey together. That's a solid 1-2 punch right there. So absolutely love what happened, how we won the game. I just didn't love the one play where, it kind of put a derail on the situation. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the situation, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo, man, out for the season, broken leg. What do you think?
Broken
ankle. What do you think about this whole situation, man? Do you think the season's over, or you think we have a chance, man?
First off, like, again, just like how I was saying, like, when I saw that injury, like, my heart just sank, just because I felt like just what everything that he went through, just not training with the team. The players love him for the unfortunate situation with Trey Lance going down, because we were trying to trade Jimmy all like year pretty much, and we like pretty much like said, like, you're not our guy. He wasn't even practicing with us. So the fact that he got his opportunity to play and then actually help our team like come into like a winning situation. Now we're 8-4, and he had a big part of like why we were like had a winning record and a playoff berth. And so when he went down, I was like, damn, dude, like I wish like it reminded me of when Bowman broke his leg in like the NFC Championship. I was just like, man, like it doesn't even feel right winning it without him, because like how I was saying like earlier, wow, I wanted a certain group of people to like know what it felt like to win a Super Bowl, because like we went through years of hard times not winning any games. And so that's like what kind of reminded me of like just like, oh my gosh, just the narrative of Jimmy G just getting hurt every single year. Like, when is he gonna have a like a break?
Well, he got a break, or
yeah, he did get a break actually, but like as far as the Super Bowl, but you know what I mean, like
as it hurting himself.
Yeah, as it hurt himself. But yeah. So it's like watching that. moving forward, it really just depends how far the defense takes us. You saw like what happens with the likes of like Nick Foles. A backup. He wasn't really starting all year and just came in and just didn't make any mistakes. And that team pretty much they won itself. And so maybe we kind of get to that level, especially with how a great our offense is. But I like what Brock Purdy did today against Miami. Like he was just like very conservative, just like only threw some like clean passes. He only had like one turnover with that interception with a fourth down. Other than that, he played like pretty solid. He moved around the pocket. He threw it deep when he needed to. And so going forward, he's a guy that's going to be not hurting us. He's like very solid. He can win some games for us. But if you're talking about Super Boys, I don't think he's our guy to win the Super Bowl. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough. Either our defense is going to carry us or we got to look elsewhere for another quarterback.
It's going to be tough, man.
Yeah.
I think the chances of us winning the Super Bowl, big drop. Look at Vegas's odds right now. They just dropped the 49ers all kinds. I get it, man. I mean, I'm a realist. I'll be real with you. It sucks because Brock Purdy, how much do you expect from a 21, 22-year-old rookie?
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect a lot, especially in the playoffs, man. So it's going to be rough, man. Hopefully our guys could rally behind him. But if you looked at that locker room when they had a locker room, man, everyone seemed pretty
Very
down. Even when they were saying, oh, let's wrap it up, you saw Bosa, he was like down and out, man. So it's going to be hard, man. It really is. It's going to take one of those Ravens-like 2000 defenses.
Yeah,
it's going to be something like that.
Nick Foles,
But even the Eagles, man, their defense gave up a lot of points. Our defense is going to have to be kind of like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Remember the Tampa Bay Bucks when they beat the Raiders? That defense. Yeah. It's going to be an all-time great defense, man. It really has to be 85 Bears-esque because right now it's going to. I don't see it, man. I'll be real. I don't see it. Brock Purdy, I like him, but man, that's so much to expect off a young kid, man. And it sucks, man. I'm telling you, man. I was upset. It was bittersweet, man. It was a bittersweet. It reminded me when Trey Lance got hurt when we won the game. It was bittersweet too, and they remind me more of 2020 when Nick Bosa. We won that game against the Jets. The Jets or Giants. I knew right then the season was over. I knew it was done, and I'm not gonna lie, man. It kind of reminded me of that, man. Just because. Brock Purdy, that's who we're going to probably roll with all season. He knows the playbook and everything. So, man, I hope I'm wrong. I hope Vegas is wrong because they dropped the Niners so much right now. But, man, it sucks, man. It sucks. And you should be more high, though, because during the training camp, this guy was in love with Brock Purdy.
I called it, man.
So you shouldn't be giving up hope. Maybe I should give in a hope, but you should have more.
I'll never give up. We're the faithful. We're the faithful. All right, that's Niner Nation.
I know, but I'm
we
saying
don't give up on our team.
Because
right?
in training camp,
we're not the Raiders, right?
No, in training camp,
we're not the Raiders.
You were talking about. Oh, look at this guy. He's got the best arm out of all of them. He's the most accurate. So, I mean, you should be jacked up right now. Me, I told you I wanted Trey Lance at the beginning of the season. I want him. Yeah. But now we have our third string quarterback. So, I mean, try to give the Niner faithful hope, man, because you're the one that was on his jockstrap, man.
I'm a realist, too. So, even though that was hype about him, just because I knew he was going to make the team, just because it was between him and Studfield.
Yeah.
Studfed. And then so I knew he was going to beat out the battle. He was going to be the third QB string. So that's all I was like raving about him. But again, man, he doesn't have that experience. He's just a rookie. So there's only so much you can ask for a rookie, on his first year. And the offense is not catered to him. So even though that I like that he was moving out of the pocket and he made some plays on his feet, he's not Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And this offense is not built around him. Yes, we go do some play actions with him, but at the end of the day, like when we need like a certain playmaking to like throw it deep, like I don't feel like he's our guy. Mm-hmm. He's gonna make that big like time throw. Mm-hmm. And so I'm a realist, so as much as I like him, I don't think he's gonna be like our guy like moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take one of those, like I said, those Raven defenses for us to win the Super Bowl. It can't happen because we do have that defense. The defense is amazing, man. As long as you have those guys out there, Bosa, Armstead, Charvarius Ward, you have a chance. So I mean, there's a chance. It's like Dumb and Dumber. You're telling me there's a chance. So I mean, I'm not completely giving up, but I just feel it's going to be hard.
The year we went to the Super Bowl, too, like how many times did Jimmy G throw in the playoffs?
No, yeah, it's true.
And
no,
so,
it's true.
like, as long as he just doesn't, if we find somebody who just doesn't turn it over and, just plays solid and, like we have weapons. We
we
got
got
Christian
weapons.
McCaffrey for a reason. We got Debo. We got Kittle. We got so many weapons. Now we saw how Jordan Mason plays. Ayuk's been playing amazing. And so we definitely got some weapons. So we'll see, like, moving forward. I think that we're still in it, especially in the NFC. I feel like we're still, like, one of the top teams in the NFC. But again, if you're asking Super Bowl, that's a whole different question. But I think to get to the Super Bowl, I think we still have a high chance. But winning it, I think it, like, with the teams who are on the AFC, I think it's going to take a lot more to beat those teams.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the guy we just signed, Josh Johnson. Yeah. Man. Oh my gosh, this guy, he kind of reminds me of Dante Johnson. He's with the team sometimes, and then he's gone. 5 years later, he reappears. He's back. Now he's gone. Now he's back again. He just got signed.
Oh, what is the other?
Dante Johnson was the guy, man.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, yeah, how many times have we signed this guy? I felt like we signed him like 5 times over like the last 10 years.
Yeah, and it's funny because he actually came, I think the first time he came was with Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah,
Jim Harbaugh was his coach at San Diego State. So I believe
and Stanford too, I believe, right?
I thought it was San Diego State.
It was both.
It was one of those. I thought it was San Diego State, but he was a solid quarterback back then. But man, he's been around for a while, man. What do you think about this whole signing? Do you like it? You don't like it? What do you think? Neutral?
I think neutral, just because I feel it doesn't hurt us, but it doesn't improve us. You know what I mean? Because he is a veteran in the game. He's been with us. Like I was saying, like I feel like we signed him like so many times. So I feel like he knows like our organization better than Kyle Shanahan. And so that's where we're getting wild. I think he's even been there longer than Kyle Shanahan. And so, yeah, I don't feel like it hurts us. But if you're asking a guy who's we're gonna sign, he's gonna be the difference changer. No, because he's a 58% percentage as QB rating. He has more picks than touchdowns. And I don't even think he's had a season where he threw over 5 touchdowns. Because they all been gassed out of the years with him being on different teams, like 1 touchdown 1 year, 3 touchdowns another year, 5 in 1 year, and then go back to 1 another year because he doesn't have a consistent career, And so again, he doesn't hurt us. He's a guy that could be a solid backup just in case I feel like Brock does get hurt, since we've been having this QB curse. So he's a guy who's definitely could at least be in the field, but again, he's not going to be a guy who's going to change and be a Super Bowl contender.
I agree with you, man. I just think it's just a sign just to get more people, because right now we just have, 2 guys out there?
Yeah, we have right now Brock Purdy, and then we had, I want to say Jason Eason, something like that, from Washington. He's on our practice squad, so we just have those 2 QBs right now.
Yeah, so I just think it's just to get another quarterback in there, that's pretty much a body to see what we could do. But honestly, to tell you the truth, when people were talking about it, I know on Twitter, we got Josh Johnson. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the same thing as saying we got Dante Johnson. Can we always bring him back? So I was like, honestly, it means it's whatever to me. But I hope he comes in and practices as well, because he's probably going to be like scout team quarterback, so hopefully he could step it up. But the final question I got to ask you, man, there's some quarterbacks out there. Is there any quarterback right now that you think the Niners should be calling? Any big-time names?
Should we get...
Oh, my God. Are you serious? Are you talking about Cam Newton, man?
He's available. He's available.
Okay, first of all, last year, let's be real, man. Well, he was with Carolina, right?
Yeah.
They had Cam, Sam, and damn, we ain't got no quarterback. That's who they had, man. I'm sorry, man. Cam Newton's done, bro. Him and Sam Darnold, they stunk up the joint the other year, and I just don't see it, man. He said this is at 2000 what?
10,
11. So I'm not a fan. I never really was a fan. I know he had that 1 year where they went to the Super Bowl, but after that, it's just been a slow decline. And honestly, I'm not down with that, man. So, what do you got to say about that? What do you think?
Well, if not Cam, then how about I've been denied 4 years. Let's bring him back in his 4th year.
Are you talking about Kaepernick, man?
Let's go. Let's bring back Cam. Let's bring back Cam.
Honestly, man, I love Kaepernick. When he came out of college, I used to watch his games at Nevada. I used to freaking watch him play, and the guy was a stud, and I want him to be starting quarterback. I was pushing for him over Alex Smith, and I thought that was the right choice. I really do. So, honestly, something happened where I think his game declined. I'm not a fanboy. All I care about is, can these guys perform at a high level? All the other stuff, I don't care about. I just want us to win football games, players to play at a high level. and I thought his game just declined. That last year was sad, man, how bad it was. He's been out of the league for 4 or 5 years, man. So honestly, we need guys that have been practicing, been playing, and what he did helped us get to that Super Bowl. I appreciate that, man, because I think it was more the offense and the defense. Because remember, we gave a lot of points in that NFC Championship game against the Falcons, but it was the offense. It was Kaepernick, it was VD, Vernon Davis, Frank Gore. Those boys were balling. So always gonna appreciate him for what he did there. But that last few years, man, it was bad. Man, it really was bad. I know a lot of the media was hyping him up, trying to say it was great, but no, dude. If you watch those games, we were down 42-3, and then all of a sudden we get 2 touchdowns, garbage points. Where guys throw away their backups, put their backups in, and his stats look a little better. But no, man, I don't see it, dude, at all.
How about someone who's been with us before? How about someone like Josh Rosen?
Are you serious, bro?
Let's go. Josh Rosen, let's go. He's been with us. He was with us last year, right?
Yeah, he was, and we cut his ass because he throws more balls to the freaking DBs and the wide receivers. So, no way, man. No way about Josh Rosen, man. So, I think he's with the team anyways right now. I don't know. He's always bouncing back and forth right now. But actually, one guy I'm going to name that you guys listen and hear me out, man. He retired last year because he had a crappy team, and he was pretty much said he was done. But if the right opportunity happened, maybe I'm talking about a guy named Big Ben, man. Ben Roethlisberger. I think if we try to pursue him, we're probably have to give him a draft pick because I think he has a few years left with a Steelers deal. A 5th-round pick. What would you do? Would you go for it, man? I mean, the guy's 2-time Super Bowl winner, big dude. I think he sees his weapons, and I don't know. I'm just throwing a name out there. I know we're at the bottom of the barrel, getting guys retired. But
I feel like it doesn't hurt us.
It doesn't hurt us. I mean, come on, as much Brock Purdy, he's a rookie, bro. He's a freaking rookie. He's 21 years old. Big Ben, I know he's a fossil, but damn, he's won the Super Bowl. I know we're desperate, but damn, man. I mean, I'm throwing names out there at this point, man.
Well, speaking of retired people, well, if you're going to throw out Big Ben, why not Fitz Magic?
We are going to the bottom of the barrel, man. Freaking Mr. Interception Man himself, man. He needs to stay on Amazon with that crap.
I didn't even think he's made it to the playoffs.
He's freaking that guy annoys me, man. Amazon, that guy freaking, I don't know, man. No way, but that's pretty much what's out there. There's not a lot out there.
There's not a lot out there as far as people with experience.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. Maybe we could get Steve Young out of retirement. But nah, man. I think we're going to roll with Purdy, man. That's what we got.
I think we're going to roll with Purdy and Josh Johnson. And that's pretty much.
But maybe there's a chance. Maybe Trey Lance could come back. They were talking about, I know a few doctors said that he could be back by January, that maybe could come back. I know it's a long shot.
I think it's a long shot. Because I think even Shanahan even said after today's game, like
even after today's he said it?
I think he said it. At the post. So that's why I think that we're like a season with QB. Yeah, I think we're rolling with Brock.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Brock, but that's pretty much it, guys. But let us know what you guys think about this whole situation, about winning the game, but that Jimmy going out. I want you guys to comment because I read all your comments and I enjoy them. I really do. We really do. But yeah, it is what it is. Niners win, but it's at what cost? Like Thanos, man. Remember when Gamora? He's like, you won, but what cost? You did it. It's tough, man. It's tough, but welcome to being a Niner fan, man. Every year,
it's always a hurdle.
Injuries, but that's what we got, man. Make sure to like this video, comment, subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys next time.
Peace.